Hello, welcome. This is Your Yoga Life, and I am Viviane Wolfe. I'm so glad that you're here today. I am live streaming this class to YouTube, and it will be available for replay forever. Today's theme is contentment, and we'll be using the yoga practice of Yin Yoga to explore this concept. So we're going to be doing some poses that are very slow and very still so that we can ground down and calm our nervous system. And in the process of that, it will give us this opportunity to explore the idea of contentment. So for this class, you may enjoy having some props. I'm going to be using a couple of blankets and maybe some blocks, maybe even a strap. So make sure that you gather up whatever it is that you feel like you like and have it by your mat so that whenever you are practicing, you can just grab those supports and you don't have to stop the practice to go and get them. You can do this practice with socks on if that feels nice. You can do this practice in your bed, wherever you like. All right, let's get started. We're going to begin just nice and easy in a caterpillar pose. So if you want to sit up on blankets here, I like to come to the edge of the blanket just so I can feel the support of my pelvis in a neutral position. So I'm not rolling back, right? Keeping everything nice and upright. You might also like to have a rolled up blanket underneath your knees if you're hypermobile like I am. I'm going to make sure that you don't hyperextend your knees, press them flat into the mat. From here, we're just going to very gently start to lift the heart, lift the gaze, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, send the hands forward. Let the head droop down, chin comes to the chest, hinging at the hips, not rounding the back. So you want to make sure you're pulling the belly button in towards the spine. Maybe it feels nice to bring blocks or bolsters or whatever you have handy to let your head rest. We're going to be here for quite some time. So you want to make sure that you're nice and comfortable, right? Letting the hands rest wherever they feel nice. And once you arrive in your version of this pose, take a deep breath in. Let it go. Let the eyes soften or close. Might feel nice to evoke a little Ujjayi breath during this practice. Breath of victory, ocean breath. Very slight constriction of the throat as you breathe in and out through your nose. It shouldn't be very loud. It should just be soft. Maybe only on the inhale or only on the exhale if that feels more comfortable for you. Settle into this pose and allow your awareness to drop into the rhythm of your breath. Maybe cycling through your thoughts regarding the word contentment. I'll guide you out of this pose and into the next when the time is right. In Yin Yoga, we hold poses for anywhere between 2 and 5 minutes, depending on the situation. You want to find some stillness in these poses. Get the wiggles out. Sometimes you'll need to readjust, like maybe your body will release and you'll want to go a little deeper into it, and that's totally fine. But then after you've made these adjustments, you want to come back into stillness if you can. Allowing the body to react to the pose. Breathing around this pose, softening and releasing into the ground, into the support below you. Gently removing any props that you've been using, lifting yourself up, bringing the shoulders over the hips, and starting to walk the hands back, either just leaning back or maybe even lying all the way down, just for a moment, if that feels okay. Allowing the body to respond to that prolonged holding of caterpillar pose. And then gently making your way back up, tucking chin to chest, bringing the hands underneath you, bringing the shoulders over the hips. From here, we're going to take the feet wide. It doesn't have to be the widest that you can do. It can be just a little bit wider till you start to feel a little sensation, right? You can keep your hips up on your blanket if that feels nice, or you can remove the blanket, bringing support underneath the knees if you feel like you need to, flexing your feet. And we'll do the same thing again. We'll walk the hands forward, pulling the belly button in towards the chest to help, pulling the belly button in towards the spine to help support the lower back here. And maybe you just plant your hands and bring chin to chest. Maybe it feels nice to bring blocks or a bolster, if you have a bolster, underneath the forearms so that you can come into this pose. Maybe you stack things up a little bit so that you can bring the forehead down instead. Totally up to you. And again, we're going to be here for several minutes, so get whatever adjusting out of the way that you need to, and then see if you can settle into some silence, into some stillness, allowing your breath to deepen. Once again, coming into Ujjayi breath if it's comfortable for you. Just letting your mind soften around the idea of contentment. Let your thoughts ruminate on this idea. Contentment as a part of gratitude, as a part of appreciation. And just another minute or so here. And gently using your hands to lift you back up. We'll do the same thing here. Try to keep the legs where they are. Taking the hands back behind you. Maybe you just rest in the hands, opening up the heart towards the ceiling. Or maybe you lower all the way down. Allowing the body to rebound. Feeling the ground supporting you. Or maybe if you're on your bed, just feeling the support below you. And then gently, we're going to make our way onto the back, maybe shifting down if you're riding up on your mat here. Coming onto the back, bringing the knees in towards the chest. Maybe your hands come behind the knees or on top of the knees. Maybe it feels good to rock side to side or to make little circles with the knees going one way, going the other way. And then we're going to come into happy baby. So there's lots of options here as well. The idea is that we want our knees to start to open wide and for our ankles to be over our knees. So maybe you reach up and find the outsides of your feet and let the knees settle down, feeling the weight of the arms gently pulling the feet down, which then brings the knees down, right? Maybe it feels better to hold onto the backs of the thighs, letting the shoulders relax here. That is a goal, is to let the upper body relax. But if you have a strap, you might consider, I know I've got black leggings on and a black strap, so it's impossible to see. You might try using a strap over the balls of the feet to help open the knees, but they can be a little higher. That way your shoulders can still relax. And maybe it feels good to rock in the beginning, just so that you can kind of loosen things up a little bit. But again, see if you can settle into a little bit of stillness here. So we make our way into this happy baby. Soften the gaze, close the eyes. Let your awareness come back into the deepening of your breath. Feeling the connection of the ground or the support below you, supporting your spine, supporting the back of your head. Allow the shoulders to soften down. The neck becomes soft, the jaw relaxes. If at any point this becomes too intense, you're always welcome to come into a gentler version of this pose. Maybe the ankles come down a little bit. Totally up to you. We'll be here for about another minute or two. Gently release the feet. Allow the feet to come down onto the mat. Maybe it feels good to gently windshield wiper the knees left and right a few times. Once again, just coming out of that pose, allowing the body to respond or to rebound, yeah? And then start to make your way into your version of Shavasana. I always like to give students the opportunity to explore different versions. So maybe today your feet stay planted on the mat and you bring the soles of the feet together. You bring the knees together so that you can rest here in constructive rest. It's a great pose for if you have low back pain or just a tight back. You can always stretch the legs out long, let the toes rotate outward, arms are at the sides, palms up. And if you're pregnant, or if you have digestive issues, or if you just feel like it today, maybe you come into a little fetal position, resting the head on the arm on one side or the other. However you choose to do your Shavasana, take any final moments here to adjust body, adjust clothes, bring in props if you like. Then softly settle in. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Let it go through the mouth. Close the eyes or soften the gaze. Taking a few moments here in conscious relaxation. Allowing all of the good work that you have done through this practice to integrate into all of the cells of your body, into your mind, and into your heart. Let each exhale take you deeper into relaxation, and I'll guide you back when the time is right. Enjoy this Shavasana. You can stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. And when you're ready to return, begin by bringing a little movement back into the fingers and the toes. Allow them to wiggle very softly. Gently let that movement grow into the wrists and the ankles, into the arms and the legs, the shoulders and the hips. Gently bringing movement in the whole body in whatever way feels nice to you here. Stretching out long or pulling in tight, giving yourself a hug or rocking side to side. And when you're ready, start to make your way into a fetal position on one side or the other. It doesn't matter which. Letting the head rest on the arm. Taking just a breath or two in this place in between. And when you're ready, use your hands to help press you up. Come into a seated position. Bringing one foot in front of the other, or crossing your legs, or bringing one foot on top of the other. You're welcome to sit up on a blanket or on a bolster. Let the hands rest on the legs, palms up or palms down. Once you arrive here, soften the gaze or close the eyes. And once again, let your awareness turn inward. Taking a moment here just to tap into the things in your life for which you are grateful, that you already have, that are here now. Maybe listing a few. Noticing how you feel. Good. When you're ready, bring the gaze back up. Flutter the eyes a few times. We'll go ahead and close this class by bringing the hands together over the heart. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Let it go with a sigh. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. From my heart to yours, peace. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today, for watching this video and using it to help bring a little more contentment or a little bit more awareness of the contentment you already have into your life. This is the part where I tell you about the YouTube algorithm and ask you to like this video, to subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to ask you to share this video with friends and family. You can do it through email, through social media, however you choose. But it benefits not just me as a yoga teacher, but the world in general whenever we share practices like this with our friends and our family, so that we can all appreciate and enjoy ourselves, enjoy our lives through the practice of yoga. And I think that's going to be it for me. Next week, I'm going to bring you a little slow flow or a little gentle flow yoga. Again, we're staying with this series for gratitude. So I believe that we're going to get into the upper back, into the opening the heart, opening the shoulders and the chest, so that we can really expand the energy in that area of our bodies. Please let me know in the comments what you're grateful for. And until next time, mwah, take care of yourself. Bye.